All right, boys, we're back here with another lineup. Today, what I'm going to go over is my most underrated card at every position. Some cards that I think that people are sleeping on. I'm not necessarily saying these cards are the best, but I'm just saying they actually have a pretty good role in the game. I will say, by the way, too, offensive line, there's not really any underrated offensive linemen. You either get Secure Pro or you don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like there's any underrated players there, so we're not going to cover them. But quarterback right here, a quarterback that I just feel like a lot of people just doesn't really think is that good is Terry Bradshaw. Now, actually kind of started like the new meta quarterback. Now, he's not the fastest by any means. I mean, 86 speed is somewhat mobile, but has a good release with traditional too. And also from an ability standpoint, you do have to spend quite a bit of AP on him, but we take a look, right? He started the fearless like meta at quarterback. Also caused a lot of people to use edge threat elite on defense to counter Bo Jackson a little bit. And he can get master tactician, fearless, gunslinger in total for 3 AP, which master tactician, QB playmaker, conductor, Howbrow master all in one. So that's 3 AP right there. And also set feet lead, that would be 8, gift wrap for 9. You have to use all your AP on him, but again, he's kind of just like Joe Burrow, a little bit less mobile. That's it. Yeah, I really like this Terry Bradshaw card. Now, at running back right here, we're also gonna have another real deal player. It's gonna be John Amos. Now, this is actually a pretty interesting card in my opinion. So he's 99 base speed, 97 acceleration, and even a decent receiver as well. The most interesting thing about him though, I think, is his X factor. Now, he is a jukebox for 0 guy as well. So I'm surprised you don't see more of this card. I guess he is 600k, but I mean, the interesting thing for me is threat detector on the running back for 0 AP. I believe after a certain amount of plays, this is going to be on the entire game. You get threat detector for 0 on the running back. Like, this card's actually kind of crazy. I can't lie. Now, fullback right here, there isn't really like a crazy, like, you know, slept on fullback. I'm with Michael Burton just because his run block, his lead block, his impact blocking is just crazy high. Now, receivers, we got a weird group of receivers today. Today, we got Isaac Bruce at wide receiver 1. I mean, he has 97 speed, hits all the route running thresholds. He also gets run off elite and jukebox for 0 AP, so really just fits the meta of one, running the RPOs because he's going to be a little bit better blocker with that run off elite. Also the jukebox, so catching the RPOs, making a play after the catch. I feel like Isaac Bruce doesn't get the love he deserves. Also another one that's relatively cheap at this point, kind of forgotten about, Alec Pierce. He's 6'3", 95 speed. I guess he's a little bit slower, but he gets that jukebox for 0 as well. And another one of my personal favorite receivers as well is Jawan Jennings. This time 6'3", 96 speed, gets that wide receiver apprentice for 0, and also red zone threat. So I love his abilities, hits all the route running thresholds, but also rounding out the tight end side of things, just a card that I just think is so good that, again, should get more love. Dalton Schultz, not the fastest in the world, but gets every single team chem. He can juke as well, under 245. He gets matchup nightmare and mid and elite for 0 AP. He's a great run blocker as well. Like, Dalton Schultz is just a great card, man. Dalton Schultz, just a great card. Love this card, man. This offense kind of like a weird grouping, but yeah, I just feel like all of them are super underrated. When we talk about defense, again, it's a little bit like different today. We're talking about things that are a little bit like maybe off meta. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it started at free safety right here. And we're going to go ahead and have Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates, 97 speed, 97 zone coverage. He gets secure tackler plus deep zone knockout for 1 AP, which the secure tackler are going to help with all these pre-lit running backs for sure. Really, really nice to have. Doesn't get the mid zone knockout or anything, but I mean, that ability stack isn't really terrible. And his strong safety right here, we're going to have a very similar card. It's going to be Rodney Harrison. Now, when this card first dropped, I feel like a lot of people don't realize why he's so good. I'm not necessarily saying he should be your starting safety. This could be a user for you, but he does get mid-zone knockout and tackle supreme for 0 AP, which tackle supreme is secure tackler plus unfakeable. So the jukebox, all these things that are really annoying in the game right now, he shouldn't get faked out a ton by jukebox, which I've said this in some recent videos. I'm very curious to see how this game plays with tackle supreme everywhere. That honestly might be the best version of the game, but yeah, so really like Rodney Harrison, really like Jesse Bates. Now, when we talk about corner, these are going to be guys that are slightly like meta, but they don't get used a lot. Teron Johnson, 96 speed, 90 man, 90 zone, 90 press, gets deep out zone KO and mid zone knockout for 2 AP. Not a terrible stack at all on him. It's just he's a little bit shorter. That's it. This might be a little bit of a stretch, but I feel like Jair at this point, I feel like overall this card was underrated, but 97 speed, 90 man, 90 zone, 90 press abilities. You can get universal coverage. So after I believe it's either 3 or 6 plays, it is on the entire game. So he's a universal coverage guy as well, in my opinion. I wouldn't really run him without that, but he can get mid zone knockout, pick artist, and also out of my way for 0. The out of my way is really nice for a lot of these RPOs. Things are great outside corners still, by the way. I feel like a lot of people moved off this card, but I still think he's top end in the game for sure. Now, we talk about a slot CB. There's really one person that comes to mind, and that's Josh Metellus right here. So Josh Metellus, he's 5'11", 98 speed, 97 acceleration, and the zone, the press are all pretty solid, but also gets double discounts. He can get mid zone and pick artist for 0. You just really don't see this card a lot, and I feel like it's just because his name is Josh Metellus. Like, this is the same stack as Sauce Gardner. Obviously not as good as Sauce because he's not 6'3", but I'm just saying, really good card. You don't see a lot of them. Underrated. Now let's talk about linebacker right here. At right outside linebacker, I'm gonna go ahead and have TJ Edwards. So TJ Edwards, 6'1", 95 speed, 97 block shed. The reason why he's here is he gets enforcer and lurk artist for 0 AP, which is just kind of interesting. Double 0 AP ability guy. Not really that bad of a card, to be honest. And at left outside linebacker, we're gonna go ahead and have Lamar Woodley. Lamar Woodley, I think I personally slept on this card too. So he's 93 speed, 93 acceleration. The base pass rush is really great. Abilities can get that lurk artist plus tackle supreme for 0 AP, which again, one of my like goals on defense, get as many tackle supremes on the field as possible. And also he can be a hybrid player as well. So he can be an edge rusher for you that can drop into his zone because he can get lurk artists. And also he's going to make the tackle for Suprelits and not get dumbed out by Jukebox. Really like having Lamar Woodley on the field. Now middle linebacker 1 right here, this is going to be a coverage player. We're going to have Derek Carr. Derek Carr, 6'3", 95 speed, not the like fastest at this point in the game, but when we look at his abilities, okay, X factor wise, can get reinforcement or shutdown. That's not really the reason he's here for me though. He can get mid zone knockout for 1 AP, lurk artist for 0, and also strip specialist for 0. So again, just another card that kind of fits the meta from an ability standpoint. It's just you don't really see a lot of them. And at middle linebacker 2, this is a great user that I feel like not a lot of people talk about, and that's going to be Deion Jones. Deion Jones, 96 speed, 94 acceleration. He is 6'1", but really the reason why he's here, take a guess, abilities. So gets lurk artist for 0, but he can also get that unfakeable for 0 AP. So lurk artist, unfakeable, not going to get dumbed out by the Jukebox, and you don't really want your user to get dumbed out anyway. So I really like Deion Jones. Now when we talk about defensive line, this is where like the off meta part comes in. This is going to be an out of position player. I know. I've tried to limit it, but Shaquille Barrett is an edge rusher. He's not a pass coverage player. He should be a defensive end anyway. So 93 speed, 98 acceleration. The reason he's here, okay? Edge strut elite 1 AP. Edge strut elite for 1 AP can help you neutralize a lot of the Bo Jackson use on offense. So he is great to have right here. At left end right here, this is going to be Ed Too Tall Jones. So this card is here because he's also a potential X Factor player for us. And the stats are good, but it's never been about the stats for this card. He can get Fearmonger for 0 AP, which is a boosted range of pressure, which is going to be nice versus like the Bo Jackson of the world. You could also go Secure Tackler for 0 or even Edge Shred Elite. I wonder if Edge Shred Elite and Fearmonger stack for like a crazy under pressure boost. That would actually be a pretty good test. Yeah, Ed Too Tall, I've definitely personally slept on it. I just didn't realize Edge Shred Elite or like this under pressure versus like the meta quarterback we've been playing, the non-fearless guys, definitely going to cause some havoc. And at defensive tackle, I'm going to go ahead and have Jalen Carter right here. Jalen Carter can get that interior threat for 0, which is a nice ability. 89 speed, 95 acceleration, and the pass rush is great. Now, also kicker and punter. I don't feel like there's an underrated kicker or punter. I just don't. Like, how can you be, it's like you either have good kick power, but yeah, boys. This has been my all underrated lineup in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know if there's any card that you guys think is super slept on that wasn't included in this video. And if you guys did enjoy this video, you enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden 24. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use some of these cards live, I stream every single day, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. To watch on the YouTube side of things, make sure to hit that noti bell. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description. Hit that Twitch with a follow. If you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here because MUT Draft is back.